forgive me if I just cross to Dr. Donna Jackson now, from the US expert on US politics and history at the University of Chester, just to talk a little bit about Donald Trump, specifically Donald Trump and the United States relationship with Canada. Good morning to you, Donna.
Good morning.
I say United States relationship with Canada. I think the only relationship there has with Canada at the moment is a land border, because we've gone from sort of the idea of annexing Canada now to, was it, Trump's ending all trade talks with Canada immediately. How's that going to play out?
It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. And one of the things with Donald Trump is you never know what he's going to say tomorrow. He says this today, he can change his mind completely. The relationship between Canada and the United States has traditionally been one of the best. You know, they're good neighbours, they're good friends. There's been trade back and forth across the border. But Trump has changed all that. And it's, in my opinion, it's part of his bullying tactics. He does what he wants to do. He doesn't think about other countries. He doesn't work as probably a normal world leader would work. This is what he wants, and if he doesn't get his way, he kind of stamps his foot and acts like a bully, and that's the thing. And this is connected to a tariff on technological stuff. Now, I'm not an expert on tariffs at all, or trade deals, or technology, but it's about taxing companies who are based in the United States but do business electronically, like Amazon and all that sort of stuff, in other countries. So America is making money, other countries aren't, and it's all connected to that. It's quite complicated, and this has been in place for a while, and people knew this was coming, and Trump doesn't like it. So he's, as he always does, trying to punish the people that he doesn't like. He promised a administration of retribution, and it's one of the few promises that he's actually living up to.
The thing that I find interesting is I've been in Canada this year, and I can't really work out what Trump hopes his narrative is going to produce, because it was quite discernible, because everyone was talking about it on the news as well as in bars and airports while watching the news, that all Trump has done is sort of firm up feelings in Canada that Canada's going to survive without the US. We're going to stand alone, we're going to stand proud.
Exactly.
To hell with the United States. It doesn't seem to have any benefit at all, this approach.
Absolutely not, except maybe to Canada, who people are buying Canadian. There it is. It's strengthening Canadian resolve. I think a lot of other countries, or certainly a few other countries, could learn a lesson from Canada. This is how you stand up to bullies. You just go, do what you like. We're going to concentrate on ourselves. Canada doesn't need all the American imports, and it's proving it. And, good for Canada is what I say. I think they are showing how you respond to a leader who acts like Trump is acting.
Could Canada, the relationship between them, as you say, has been so close for so long. It's a bizarre sort of existential question. But, could Canada survive with zero or next to zero trade with the United States? I thought that would be
extreme. It could. As I said, I'm not a trade expert, but I think it could. There is no reason Canada, couldn't be self-sufficient, or also could not form trade deals with other countries in the world to get, if there are imports they need, to get the imports from the other countries. I think Canada is actually acting more. I know Mark Carney has been willing to talk to Trump, but perhaps because he hopes for an amicable resolution. But sometimes with bullies, there is no way of doing that. You have to stand up and go away, we can manage on our own. And I think that's what Canada is doing, and doing it very well. And the Canadian people are being fantastic about it and showing their support.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely, for Canada.
I have to say I was quite struck by how reinvigorated their sense of national identity was as the sort of more pressure that Trump put them under. Quite interesting. Dr. Donna Jackson, always a pleasure. Thanks very much for joining us this Saturday morning.